Hey guys, it's Michelle with HoneyMilk here, and today we are actually going to do a studio tour. Had to think twice about it because honestly the studio is done 99.9% as I've been saying, but there are a few things that need to be finished rather, like the window blinds. I haven't put those up yet. I do have them finally, but I haven't gotten a chance to put them up because I've just been working really hard. So, but right now we're going to go ahead and take a look. Right now I'm in my office area. This is my actual desk area. And over here is a sitting lounge area, kind of like a family den, but I call it the office. The entire room is an office. Right behind me here is where the old soap studio was. And then literally right across from me is where the new soap studio is. So now I don't have to come downstairs and go all the way to the back, which saves me a little bit of time. Believe it or not, it does. So let's go ahead and get started. So disclaimer, the new soap studio it's for working. It's not for show. The old one was that way too. It wasn't anything different, but it's not the most organized in terms of how it's just not going to look neat. It's going to look like a workspace because I'm literally in the process of processing a lot of orders and shipping them out. So last night I prepped a lot of boxes, not a whole ton, but I prepped a lot because it was the end of the night, and it's something that I like to do, in terms of getting ready for the next day. I try to prep the night before so that when I'm ready to work the next day, everything is done and I have everything staged and sectioned off for me to get started and just run my day smoothly. Today, my son did not go to school because he still has a little congestion on his chest and a little chest cold. So we're working on that. And of course, I didn't want to send him to school like that and have him be miserable. So he's having a good time upstairs. But around 3 o'clock, I'm going to break and then go up there with him, and we'll be doing some studying or some homework or something. He may read to me or something like that. So I try to break and get those types of things done with him as much as I can because it's so important to his development, and with him being on the autism spectrum. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. I can't wait to show you everything, and I'm going to try and be as detailed as I can to show you what I have going on and the systems that I have going on. But keep in mind, it is not completely finished, but it is a working space, and I'm super excited and proud about it. All right, let's go. All right, so like I said, this is my desk area, and it's a mess. Don't judge me. I still have things that I have to get out and moved. Right here is my, hopefully I can get it focused, but right here is just like a little makeshift table that I made and painted for my laser printer, and for extra paper here I painted this as well. But I got this from not Hobby Lobby. Oh my God, I don't remember the store. I know the name, but I can't say the name. But I have a lot of things from moving that this, all this stuff just needs to go somewhere, wherever it can go. But let's start with the old studio. Let's do that. So in the morning I would have to walk down this hallway, and this hallway used to be filled with shelves. I had to bring shelves in here. But this is the old studio. Another disclaimer, it's a mess. I have a lot of storage stuff in here now. And I have my treadmill, my brand new treadmill that I don't use in here. I moved my couch in here. And the old storage closet is halfway, well, not halfway, is just about empty. I still have to move my colorants and things like that, which is another task because I have to find places to put them properly. I'm still not good on the spaces for that yet. I still have to move my dry erase board for my batching. I have some insulation that needs to get out of here. I was supposed to give that to my contractor, but he didn't have space anyway because he came to borrow my dolly. So this is just a whole bunch of junk. Not junk necessarily. It's just a bunch of stuff. Like I have pots that I need to get washed, have old candles and I have to paint. I have to take all this stuff. I have to caulk the walls and fix the holes. Still have to take down my old sign or my old whatever that is. Now I'm putting shipping boxes in here. So what's going to happen, I have my containers, I have my vendor event type stuff in here. I'm going to make this room into a theater room, just like a home theater type room. So I'm going to repaint it. I got to take my boards down. I'm hoping I can take this one down because it's really cool, a cool dry erase board. But I'm going to paint in here and I'm going to turn it into a theater room. So now let's go on into the actual room. And it's super bright in here, guys. So this is her. So the first place that we come to is my empty shelves. My empty soap shelves. When I say empty, guys, like they are so empty. I had a mishap with boxes, and well, they're shipping me more boxes now, but I had a mishap. They sent me the wrong boxes. Half of the package was the wrong boxes. So I had to wait to ship a lot of stuff out, and I have to still make a lot of stuff, which I've been making all yesterday and the day before. So normally this will be filled with body butters, but of course you guys can see all these orders, and these are more orders that I have to sort and package up right here. But this would be normally filled with the men's products, half of them rather, and my body butters, my lotions, my buttercreams, more lotions will be over here. But guys, I am so out. My baby products are pretty much sold out, and my Yoni products are practically done. Skincare and everything is over here. Is my little makeshift sign up there, and it's just kind of empty. Thank God I made a batch of the white strawberries, but I'm almost out of the other bath bombs. These I'm going to just put on sales because I don't think people like to do my bath bombs, which they're actually amazing. Candles, we're almost out of candles, thank God. I'm so happy because I'm getting rid of candles. I'm not doing candles right now. But yeah, so it's empty because all of this stuff is being packaged up in these orders over here, and a lot have already gotten shipped out. So right here is pretty much my shipping area. I would normally have my shipping containers here, and also right here I have another set here. But these are places where once I pull from here, if they're ready to go, I would take the container and then put it over there. So once they're done here, I take the container from over here and I take it over to shipping, but we'll talk about that later. So over here, guys, I just have, like I said, it's not completely done, but I just have like my ribbons if anybody has a birthday gift type box or something like that, or if they want something special. I have a lot of my plastic bags and things like that here for samples and things like that. I have extra tissue paper, and normally this would be filled with my glue sticks or my little small plastic bags and things like that, but they're not there. And then these are normally hanging on the side. I just have to, these are just bags for when people come to pick up their orders. They need to stay in this packaging area so that when, they pick up, it's just right there. I don't have to search for them and go through a bin or anything like that. So right here is just a list of things. Like I would go through my report and I would I would rather write things out, things that I need to make in order to fulfill my orders. And a lot of this stuff has been made. I just got to cross it out. I got really tired. But guys, this is what orders would look like. I would take containers and I would just put them there. And I obviously ran out of containers. But then once these are, like on this side, these are technically ready to go. So I'll take an order over to shipping. So over here is my media center. This was an old display case that I got years ago when I first started my business. Well, when I first moved my business here. This is my little flower arrangement that my son made me in school. So over here, it's just the media center. It's where I have my computer that my sister gave me and I refurbished it, which that was for free. I have my thermal printer here, and I finally got my label holder for my thermal printer, and I have an extra printer here, and I have my Bluetooth speaker down there when I want to jam to my music or whatever. And these are just my crinkle papers that I have here. Some trash that I have to take out. I keep the trash off the floor just because, you know, I don't need anything crawling in here and having a field day. Over here are containers, which I need to go fill those. All of my jars, not all of them of course, but I try to keep things as minimal as possible. These are pretty much out. I have a humongous bag in there with them. I need to refill those. I've been working on them forever this week with filling bottles. These two. These are my 4 ounce and these are my 2 ounce. These are my 8 ounce and these are my 8 ounce jars. These are my 4 ounce jars, heavy wall, the low profile jars for my eczema butters. And then over here are my 12 ounce jars for my soaks and also some of my hair products. So what happens, this is just an extra shelf and a mixing table here. Well, this is kind of like a waiting table where, you know, if I'm mixing in this area, which is my little kitchen, which is a mess. I don't know how I left it a mess last night. I was super tired. So many sections, guys. It's so many sections. So I have 2 burners. Have one there and one there. Actually, I have 4, but I can only use 2 in this space because my whatever that thing is, my power box is not. It needs more watts or something like that. So I have my candle melter, which I will keep this. This thing right here is for my container where I pour the liquids in it, and I'll, you know, hit the nozzle for my lotions to come out. And this is my KitchenAid mixer. I have my freezer paper right here where it's easy to reach. Over here, just my microwave and, you know, containers and things like that. My pots, extra containers down there. This stuff over here, which is some oils, big containers of oils. This is my super huge mixing pot. And of course, the floor over here is not done. I ran out of the roll for it. I just have to, why is this on the floor? I just have to order one more roll to finish my floors. So here are my custom made molds, and one mold is missing. Must be in the other studio. And these are my curing racks. I have things curing right now. And all I have to do to fill my shelves, which I was waiting to do until I got in here, was to get my boxes. So I have my old molds here, some of them rather. And I have containers. If I over make something, I try to keep the extra here, especially if I don't have, and these are some sanitized containers that I use, and I just label all of them. But if I don't have enough jars, I would, you know, jar whatever I can and then put the rest down there. Over here is my cutter, my 2 cutters. This is a multi-cutter, and this is my second single cutter that was made specifically for me by Bud's Workshop, Bud Hafner on Etsy. I'm the reason why he started making these specific cutters with the wire. So just so you guys know, I'm royalty. So my mason jars for prepping my essential oils and fragrances when I'm soap batching. These are for my bath bombs when you know, I'm making bath bombs that just help them sit and dry. And my baker's racks. I have more products in here that are just in here because they don't have labels. like the butters and my buttercreams. This is just a shipment that I had the other day come in with the wrong boxes. I don't know who they thought were going to be able to use these, but they shipped them right out today. Oh, also under here, I know I'm all over the place, guys. I apologize, but I've never done a tour video before. I don't think. Maybe I did, like with nothing. But these are some of my oils. Oh, I knew I had more bases, but I need to order more coconut oil and more palm oil to be prepared. But that's what that is right there. And my soy wax is underneath there. And my really big bowls for mixing super large batches are here. And that's it for this corner. So just the candle stuff is kind of like sitting over in this area. And for pouring, my container is there. So at night I like to turn that off. But here's some of my oils. Well, most of my oils are here. I have my olive oil, I have all the other oils. Now what I do, because of the way they're stored now, I just write what that oil is. And I think this is so brilliant, guys, to have them facing this way. Just because I can see where they are. And I know I can put them in, you know, Soap Maker 3 or whatever in terms of what I buy, but I can never do that on time. So I just go with my eyes. I trust my eyesight. So the rest are here. And then I can see what I need to buy. And then I have a whole lot of them over here. And some other stuff down there. My lye, which should be higher. And my lye is actually going to start going up here when I start making soap again. But nobody comes in here but me. So this will be the area for the rest of, like, kind of an overflow of ingredients. Over here are some sample molds that I have. My heart-shaped molds and things like that. This is some kaolin clay that I need to put away. This is overflow of essential oils that have not been used yet. And here are my emulsifying thingies here. And over here is where I put my powders and clays. I have more here. I still have a ton. My salts, my oatmeal and waxes. I have a ton more to move from the other studio. And right over here, I have my containers for mixing and for storing my oils for when I'm doing soap making. So like I said, this area right here is for when I make something. I could just turn around and put it right over here and label. It's just more room for me. So that's always a plus. I'm getting ready to do more soaps, free soaps with orders this week. So I'm going to clear up this space over here, and then I will be able to do that. So over here, this is another, well, this is my mixing area. I was out here mixing this morning. But as you can see, I have to put my blinds up. I have 3 windows in here, and I have to put my blinds up. So that's a good thing. I have a fan right here because this being the mixing area, that's very important. I also have an extra light over here because it was going to be a bathroom, which we can't afford that right now. So I have some of my additives on the table that I use frequently. And then I have my spatulas in here. I have spoons and such supposed to be in there. Nothing's in there. In here, I can't really go that high, but in there I have parts that goes to equipment, like this would be in there and things like that. I have my scale there. Half of this stuff is not even supposed to be on this table. I just moved it, so that tells me that I'm going to need it to be more functional. These are containers that I have to clean and sanitize. And this is when I get tired. Like, I got really tired last night. So these are just stickers for bags and paper. Extra stuff over here. Right here is just more tissue paper in boxes. My gloves go in there. My glue sticks in here now. I have stamps and such in this drawer that I really don't use much, only for gifting. My stamps that I stamp my boxes with. And then I have my essential oils and my fragrances over here, and I still have a million of them to move. I'm just using the ones that I use on a regular right now, or I just move the ones that I use on a regular. Over here would be a ton of water and aloe vera juice, but I've been using them to make. So over here, this is an extra table that I just put up when I'm shipping, just so that I can put these girls right here, my shipping noodles and my crinkle paper on top. It just makes it a heck of a lot easier. So over here, just a whole bunch of boxes that I prepared. Normally they wouldn't be here. They would be right over here on the floor where I can just turn around and grab them. But I kind of ran out of room. So what happens when I'm shipping, I have tons of shipping boxes here, only the ones that I use, containers and packages and boxes that I use. But what happens with shipping, I have to get this on a roll so that I can install it somewhere here. I think I'm going to move that, install it over here. But I got this from Five and Below. It's really neat. It's a pegboard situation, but I really like it. So over here, just a bunch of samples in here. And I have my camera holder here. So when I'm shipping, I can, put it here. So this is just a board that I bought from Home Depot, and I had them cut it. These are the racks that you get. I forget the name of them, monster racks or something like that. And we just split them in two and, use one under here and one under there. And the other one is over there in the corner. But when it comes to shipping, I have this little area. I don't need a lot of space for shipping. I really don't. Because what happens is once I package the order here, I just turn around. I go weigh it I weigh it over here. And then I go and print my label over there. I don't want to have to print the label over there. So I gotta take time to figure out how to turn my label printer right there into wireless. So once I package and everything, I label, they go right into these containers. Normally it's like 3. The third one, I don't know where it is. I have to find it. So I have this, which a friend of mine, we made a makeshift little cover because this thing is so super sharp. I need to cut it. But all it is just like a label cover situation. It's a sticky tape, and you just pull a piece to cover your shipment with plastic. So that's really it, guys. Sort of, kind of, not really. I do have an area back here behind these 2 tables where I have candle jars, some of my candle jars. I have my white bottles here. For the baby line, I have some other bottles and my lotion bottles in there. My cutter is there. My tops are back here. So a lot of stuff, we're just kind of figuring it out. So over here, I just have a whole bunch of, not a whole bunch, but just kind of a whole bunch of space to where I'm just putting things out of the way for right now. But that's it, guys. That is the entire studio. I'm super excited about it, and I'm more than likely sure I missed something, but it's, and this is overflow over here. This is kind of my overflow area. Everything is labeled as best as possible, and that won't be overflow for too much longer. But yeah, so this is it. Let me show you the whole entire, and then I'm going to get some privacy film for my windows, my garage door windows. But this is this is the new studio, and I'm super excited about it. Super excited. And that's Ty. Ty knows that she's not supposed to be in the studio, but she's allowed to be right there on her little olive oil makeshift bed. So that's it, guys. I have a heck of a lot more space. Behind here is where we covered the AC unit. It's a monster. So that is how we covered her. And then in here I do have room. I have like more extra room. I just have to put some shelves up or something and make something cute happen. So the next time you guys see this space, it's going to be a heck of a lot more organized and clean. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, make sure you ask me in the comments below. You can also go to honeymilkco.com for all your soap and skin needs and all that good stuff. If you like the content that I'm giving you and you would like to see more, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a beat. Talk to you guys later. Bye.